Right Side Nation, Mike Hanley here with RightSideNews.com. Don't be left, be right. So, today the IG report came out, and I believe there's about 600 pages. So, there's a lot of material in there. I personally haven't had the opportunity of reading it, but I was able to catch up on some of the news shows, some tweets, and so I just kind of wanted to weigh in a little bit, get a few people caught up. This is kind of going to go back to following all the way back to the presidential campaign where Donald Trump was spied upon with the fake Russian dossier that was put up by, or that was accepted to the FISA court. So the phony Russian dossier that was knowingly a false dossier was provided by the FBI to the FISA court, which is an international court in regards to Russian collusion with Donald Trump and his campaign during 2016. So it's going to involve some of that. It's going to involve none other than Hillary. Hillary Rodham Clinton. Good old crooked Hillary coming back to the forefront once again. But so we have all this stuff going on. I mean, we have all of this craziness. So this IG report comes out, and it talks about um, the Anthony Weiner's laptop that was confiscated by the FBI under a search warrant. And on that laptop, there was emails between Uma Abedin and Hillary Clinton on Weiner's laptop. So, without getting too far stuck in the weeds, I think what we need to do is keep it big picture. And I think, looking back, we saw everything that was going on with Hillary Clinton's emails. We knew that she had a private email server, and when she was Secretary of State for the United States of America, used that private email server to conduct business under and for the United States of America as Secretary of State using this private email server. And so we sit here and we think, well, maybe this is just standard procedure. Under no circumstance can anybody use a private email server to conduct business for the United States of America. So this whole idea that it was okay that she was using this email server is completely illegitimate. And then on top of that, on top of her using the server, they destroyed the server. So the server is destroyed. They use BleachBit to erase 30,000 emails. And the interesting thing about all of this is Obama was asked if he knew about Hillary Clinton using this private email account and private server to conduct business. And he said he just found out when everybody else did. I mean, I think these people think we were brought up on the elevator. I mean, is this for real? I'm like, for reals. For real, people. I mean, good God. Any genius knows that Obama was aware of Hillary Clinton using a private email server to conduct business because she was working on things illegally, some of which might include the Uranium One deal with Fusion GPS. Don't get about the Clintons and what I've been talking about recently with child trafficking. That was another thing with the crime within the foundation, and this is crimes against children. And let's let's think about what I was talking about the other day when I was referring to the Clinton Foundation, all of the money that they took from the people of Haiti and what happened to Haiti. Now, because of that massive earthquake in Haiti, the Clinton Foundation was involved and potentially were using that catastrophe to human traffic children out of Haiti. Now people are going to say, oh, that is so absurd. That is so crazy. Look what we know about what goes on with the FBI, the CIA. They smuggle drugs, they smuggle money, and they sure as hell smuggle people. And so with the Clintons, and Hillary Clinton being the Secretary of State, having a private email server, using that private email server to conduct business so that it can't be traced, with the President of the United States, the 44th President, Barack Hussein Obama, who knew prior to everyone else knowing, Obama was emailing with Hillary Clinton on that private email server. He was one of the 13 people that was communicating with Hillary Clinton on this private email server. So this idea that the Clinton Foundation is squeaky clean has no credibility. That idea, just toss that out the window. We know that Obama knew that Hillary was conducting business on behalf of her foundation and the United States of America on that private server. And why? Why on God's given earth do we think that Hillary Clinton was using a private email server? Because she probably didn't want anyone to find out. No wonder she was using a private email account and not an email account for the United States of America, because it would have all been there. It would have all been out in the clear. So this IG report comes in. We know that the Russian dossier was produced by the FBI, given to the FISA court, and used that Russian dossier against, or used it to spy on Donald Trump and use it against him in the 2016 presidential campaign. So all of this is taking place, right? All of this is taking place. Hillary's server, Anthony Weiner's laptop. He gets caught sending pornographic pictures to a 15-year-old girl, Anthony Weiner. Uma Abedin is emailing on that laptop. Barack Obama is also emailing Hillary Clinton on this private server. We have Peter Strzok. We have his text messages saying that he'll stop Trump from becoming president. I mean, the reports on Comey as well. You know, Comey put out an op-ed today to the New York Times, or through the New York Times, talking about the IG report and what it meant. And this is also coordinated. It's all choreographed. So the IG report comes out, and James Comey, he already has this op-ed, and it's talking about this IG report that's, I think 500 something pages long. So we're sitting here. He's already read all 500 pages. I know he hasn't. I sure of hell haven't. But there are people that are going through it as we speak. And, people are going to say, oh, it's no big deal. I think what we're really saying is potentially this all culminates with Barack Hussein Obama. I think it's all Barack Obama. Of course, Hillary is implicated. She's guilty. I mean, if you don't believe that, child, please. You got some street smarts to work up on. Because let's be real, if Hillary was doing some dirty work, you know Hussein Obama was doing some dirty work. There ain't no doubt about that. So we have Barack Obama who knows about all of this going on. He most likely ordered the dossier. He also most likely ordered to spy on Trump. And so he's been quiet for a while. Why is Obama quiet right now? Except he's going to come out. He's going to orate for us during the November elections. And this IG report comes out. There's all this information, and I think that's what we continually see as Americans. It's just more of this um, litigation, more of these reports. I think what it all boils down to is the only thing that we can do as Americans at this point is vote these people out. Vote them out. That's the only real thing that we can do. Because as we see these reports come out, we know about the dossier, we know about James Comey, we know about Clapper, we know about Brennan. They're all working in cahoots. Everyone knows what's up. And we really can't do anything about it as we speak. Now, I believe that Jeff Sessions is doing a job. And I'm going to call him Stealth Jeff. Stealth Jeffy Sessions. I mean, come on. The good old boy from Alabama. I mean, I think Jeff Sessions is slowly but surely building this case. Now, I think what goes untalked about is that we have sealed indictments across the United States of America. We have Gitmo is being revamped, is being remodeled, and they're adding to the size of Gitmo. So I think what we have here is slowly but surely a massive amount of information that is being gathered. They're setting up the procedures. I think Trump is with the military. And rather than having typical courts, they're going to have what's called a military tribunal. And I think once all these crimes come forward, which is going to be crimes against humanity, crimes against children, you don't get a standard trial, especially when you're working in the government. And basically what happens is they take you straight to Gitmo, and I'm not positive, but I think they put you on death row. And I don't wish that for anybody. Um, and I've heard Trump say, "God have mercy on my enemies," because he knows I won't. I mean, we know Trump is a fighter, and I think if he knows what's going on with some of these people, and this human trafficking, this sex trafficking is going on, which I truly believe it is. I don't think there's any doubt from Podesta to the southern border to the Hillary Clinton Foundation or to the Clinton Foundation to the Lolita Express with Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein and all of the sexual assaults and the rape accusations against Bill Clinton. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. And that it kind of gives me the chills in this nasty way, but I think it is. I think it's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's going on. I think there's human sacrifice. I think there's spirit cooking. If you don't know what that is, I recommend looking it up. And so I believe all of this is going on and much worse. And I believe there's this essentially evil globalist plan to depopulate, to enslave people. I think there's sex cults all over. And I think at the end of the day, I don't think Trump has any tolerance for anything of that nature. And I know people are going to say, oh, Trump hits on his daughter. I mean, the idea that he hits on his daughter is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look at the woman that he's married to, or he's been married to, excuse me. I mean, most recently Melania. They're still married, no doubt. She can speak 5 languages. I mean, she's absolutely beautiful. She's a supermodel, and so they try to poke at Trump like, oh, well, he's this or he's that, while you have this huge mountain of evidence that is piling up against the Clintons and the CIA and the FBI and all of the people. They're just sitting there pulling the strings, and they're benefiting off all this money. So, I just kind of wanted to touch on this IG report. I know more information is going to be coming out, but I thought it was necessary for me to just kind of sit down, just talk about a few things, and kind of give my take on what's going to happen. And not only that, I think it's important. The main message that I really wanted to get across is that the only way we can really change this is to vote these people out, is to make a wholesale change, get them out, and that includes Ryan, McConnell, all these rhinos. I mean, this lady, she gives me a headache. Nancy Pelosi, is she the best we have? I mean, think about it. Is she the best we have in the United States of America? I mean, she can't even string 2 sentences together without stuttering, losing her goddamn mind. Sometimes I try to follow and I just say, what did she just say? Or is she for real? Is she the best we have? I mean, people, when Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are the head of the Democratic Party of the United States, it just shows you where we are as a country. Now, some people are going to say, oh, well, Donald Trump is the president. Yeah, and look what he's doing. We have economic growth. We have unemployment the lowest for African Americans and Hispanics ever. We have the lowest unemployment for women in the past essentially 20 years. We have rising wages. Rising wages. We're restructuring trade deals with Mexico, with China, with Canada. Trump just went to North Korea for the G7 or for the Trump Kim summit, and we're working on the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, which potentially is happening right now. So we have a deal maker as president, okay? And this is something that so many people, they don't understand. They can't grasp it. It just doesn't. It's basically when Trump talks, you have liberal minds that collectively they just explode because they can't get it. They can't understand the basis of what he's doing. So we have a deal maker as president. And this I can talk directly right now to what I saw with the G7 or the Trump Kim summit. I'm sorry, where Trump goes up to him, shakes his hand, meets him. I mean, Kim actually looks like he's a fan of Donald Trump. I mean, it sounds crazy in a way, but he's saying, I think they're having a good time. And Trump is telling this guy, look, you have this opportunity. You have this opportunity for yourself to go down in history. You have this opportunity for your people. And not only that, you have an opportunity to just be more prosperous, increase wealth. increase the standard of living for your people and become known as, rather than just a dictator, somebody that brought prosperity to North Korea. And I think that's the angle that Trump worked when he was sitting down with Kim. And not only that, I think Kim, in a way, admires Trump. He admires the person who he is. I think he probably admires what he says, which really makes the liberals crazy. And then I think I think he wants to do the right thing. But I think in a way he's a scared little boy and he doesn't know how to go about doing that. And I think Trump has been nudging him along throughout this process of the Trump Kim summit and the North Korea summit. And I think it's just been an absolutely beautiful thing that they were able to meet in Singapore and hash that out. So, anyways, the video is about 20 minutes long. I think it's about time. It's been an absolute pleasure, Right Side Nation. Have a wonderful evening and have a great weekend. Tomorrow is Friday, the 15th. Right now, it's about 11:30 on June the 14th, 2018. So, thanks again, Right Side Nation. This is Mike Hanley with RightSideNews.com. Don't be left, be right.